Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lorelei Shamayo. This is the MeWe Fairs for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest and many online, and we interview our practitioners and vendors so you get a chance to know who we are before you meet us at an event. I'm here today interviewing Emily Bean-McFaddin. Emily, it's lovely to be here with you.
Thank you so much.
So tell us, what is it that you do? What do you offer at our events?
So at the fairs, currently what I'm offering, first I'm offering a presentation where I'm going to talk about something that I call energetic sovereignty. There is also an opportunity to work with me right there at the fair, one-on-one. I'm offering a short session for a very reasonable rate. And one thing I do like to say about those is that currently I don't offer one-on-one sessions in my practice. So it's a very unique opportunity if somebody is interested in sampling what I do. And then the other thing that I have on offer right now is I offer what's called an energetic assessment. It's a free session with me. It wouldn't happen at the event, but it's something that you would have the opportunity to sign up at the event and then to do with me later.
Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe I'm so curious. I have so many questions. Maybe let's see. Since you don't meet with people one-on-one typically, what do you typically do with people? And then tell us about the energy assessment, what kinds of things are in there, and like, so many questions.
Yeah, so the way I work with people is through a program that I've created. The program is called Energetic Sovereignty. And so what I do is I help women. I help women who are struggling with their energetic sensitivity, wherever they are in the process of opening to their spiritual gifts. And I help them to balance their energy, reduce their anxiety, and engage in their life feeling calm, empowered, and aligned with their own inner knowing. And that's what I do through this program. And
Hmm.
that's currently the only way I'm really feeling called to work with clients right now. And then in terms of, you asked about what happens in an energetic
And if
assessment.
I say nice one,
So
is
it's
it that it's an ongoing program or it's a group that meets, or like how does just
No, it's a one-on-one program. So we meet at 10 different times over the course of 10 weeks, and it's all done through the framework of what's called guided energy medicine. So that's the certification I have. I'm a guided energy medicine practitioner. And so we use that. So it's a very intuitively guided process. A guided energy medicine session can include a lot of different things. It's a shamanic style of practice. So in a way, I'm a shamanic practitioner. Um, it might include what's called an alignment, which, well, I haven't actually ever experienced Reiki. I've heard it's similar to that. So it's a frequency and can be used to help clear somebody's energetic field and body. A session with me might include a really beautiful, profound modality of looking at beliefs that are underpinning struggles in our lives and going in and removing them, or downloading the codes for new beliefs. Or, sometimes I'm intuitively guided to look at places on people's timelines, looking into their past. Maybe there's a scenario or something that can help us work through something that's coming up. And then also at times, sometimes somebody's like spirit guide will want to give somebody a message. And so I would be intuitively guided then to bring that through to them if that was the case. Those are the kinds of things that we do together. But I also give my clients kind of like I call it their energetic harmony plan. And so it's specific things for them individually to help them balance their energy. So it's a whole, that's why I call it a whole program. It's not just like a series of one-on-one sessions that we do. And then for an energetic assessment, what we do is that's my opportunity to kind of get to see somebody, we kind of assess them energetically. So it's an intuitive reading. I look at things like anxiety level, different sources of anxiety and look at energetic centers, the chakras, for example, and how they're, where are they in terms of their balance, alignment, activation, those kinds of things. And then I give somebody, as part of the energetic assessment, I give them, I think it's 3 or 4 different recommendations for how to balance their energy and reduce their anxiety.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. Sorry, it just got really windy and some branches are coming down.
Oh, we're still calm here in Portland, but yesterday it was really windy.
Right, yeah, I'm out here in the woods in Washington. Oh, well, tell me a little bit about how did you get started doing this? What opened for you or
Yeah, I was before this interview, I was thinking back to like how did I get here and how did my gifts open? And it was not a smooth ride.
we all have our adventures, right?
Um, it was on so about 5 or so years ago, things started coming online, and I actually didn't know what was going on. I thought I was losing my mind. I was feeling and seeing energy moving around me. Um, I was already a pretty sensitive, pretty high needs person, but everything just like the volume got turned up on my sensitivity. And I was working full time in an office setting, and it was like I couldn't handle it. I mean, the
Like the chemicals and
lights,
lights and like all the
the
things.
chemicals, sitting in front of a computer screen, and then food sensitivities started coming in. Yeah, the smells, people's cologne, their hairspray, and then but not just those things. Also, like the office politics
Mm,
really started getting to me. It was like so many years of just kind of turning a blind eye to stuff, and then like waking up and being like, I don't think I can just laugh at these jokes anymore. This isn't in alignment with who I am. And I didn't know what to do.
yeah.
I felt like I couldn't live in and function in normal society. I was super anxious. I didn't know how to set appropriate boundaries. I don't think I like knew I could set boundaries, and I certainly didn't know like how to express myself or what all the like seeing, hearing, knowing was like all about. Like, why do I just know what's going on all of a sudden? It's super weird. But just by the grace of all that is good here in this world, I found some really amazing teachers. I've been able to do a lot of deep inner healing work. I was able to get myself out of that work situation. Um, and yes, and now I get to do this. Now I get to bring this work here into the world and help those people who were in that same situation that I was in. That's kind of what I like to think of what I'm doing now, is reaching out to those people where I used to be and saying, I can actually help you through this. You don't need to struggle as much as I did.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah, lovely. I love our own journeys, right? We all have our wild, crazy journeys of how we opened and how this began and our movement through it. And then it's so great that we get to give back.
Yeah.
So great. Yeah, you get to be with people and support people through the same kinds of things. Hmm. Well, let's see. Anything else you want to tell us about your work before we
Oh,
reconnect with
let
you
me
too? So,
see.
I guess, do people know that they're particularly sensitive when they come to you, or do they come for all kinds of reasons?
It's there's usually something. It might be subtle. It might be just a feeling of unrest, or I feel like there's something I should be doing, but I'm not clear what that is. I've helped people work through that. It might not be I consider myself to be an empath, somebody who will like viscerally feel like other people's emotions in their bodies, and I didn't know. I like kind of was introduced to that word at the time. I was like, kind of things were happening, but I was like, that's not real. It like wasn't in my like rational, logical mind. And so some people will just be, it's just anxiety or it's tension or I don't know what's going on anymore. It's sometimes it's those things that kind of are kind of below the surface in a
That
way.
makes sense. Yeah, people come in with all kinds of symptoms that
Yeah.
they don't realize what it's from and what it's connected to. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, great. Well, if people want to connect with you, how do they learn more about you? Where do they go?
So right now, there's a couple of ways you can connect with me online. You can go to my Instagram. I have an Instagram profile, Emily Being, Being, and that's where I'm most active online, and you can do whatever follow like kind of thing that Instagram does. Clearly a social media wizard here. And if you were interested, you could follow my calendar. I have a Calendly link, which goes to my schedule, which is where you can schedule time with me.
Great, sweet. All right. Well, it's very exciting so that people get to experience one-on-one, like individual session time with you, and that your assessment is available. And
Yeah.
lovely. Yeah. I just imagine when we have our online fairs and we have all the different rooms, like you're going to have this special energetic experience in your room. I just have the sense that that's going to be happening.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I have my talk prepared, and I'm hoping to kind of take people through just a little energetic clearing experience to help them, you know, hopefully have that experience of noticing what they're carrying with them and then clearing it and noticing how do I feel after that's lifted. I feel like that can be a pretty powerful experience for people.
Great, great. Well, is Instagram the main place you want people to reach out to you? Is there any other
I would say at
platform?
this time, that's the best way. I'm not, I mean, I'm happy to share my email address
Totally up to you,
as
whatever you
well.
want to do.
And people can email me. I actually, so I have, because the one thing I haven't done yet is I have a website, but it's not really like, there's
It's
like
not there where you
nothing
want it out
there.
yet. It's
And I
fine. It's
haven't
fine.
really, as I've been feeling in, I still keep getting like, nah, you don't need a website yet. You just need this link right now. Don't push it. Don't worry about,
It's great.
putting that kind of thing together. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to just like listen into my like guides and be like, okay,
Great.
I don't
Well,
need a.
it's been lovely being with you.
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to being with you more. And for all of you listening and watching, you can check out more about all of us at mewefairs.com. That's MEWEFAIRS.com. Thank you so much, Emily.
Thank you.